Oh, snap. Oh, snap. It is time. That's right. The movie Avengers have returned once again on the channel. That's right. Welcome to another episode of Versus. That's right, where we put two or more films together of the same genre and we discuss the good and we discuss the bad, and at the end of it, we will vote for our pick of best movie. And as a bonus round, we'll do another one for best, which movie is most entertaining out of the two. And for you, it could be the same movie. It could be the same film. We have the awesome legends here, the Venom Mob crew, the Versus crew. We got Eric, Asian movie enthusiast, in the house. That's right. Tony, Mr. Tony of the Dead. That's right. Sexy Sumo, right? Oh. My brother from another mother, Rob from Entertainment Talk Nation. And now the prestige. I think the prestige of the channel has lifted now because we have the wonderful Aaron Penn. Sir, thank you for joining us today. Cult of Cinema. Appreciate it, brother. All right. And his knowledge is insane. Aaron Penn's movie knowledge is just like, it's ridiculous.
That's because I have no life.
Oh, it is a life, just a bit different from others.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right, Movie Dojo Army is slowly showing up right now. Got 18 badasses watching already. Brandon Lewis is already picking Top Gun. James, what's going on? The Mega Fro Man, Alan 303, John Martinez, Orlando, Michael Coffey, Jonathan. All the badasses are slowly trickling in today. And Rob, did you have an announcement?
An announcement?
There was something you had to say, my friend. Was there anything important, or was that later?
Might be later.
Okay.
Might be later.
All right, cool. Top Gun versus Iron Eagle is a discussion for today. So you guys know we will be going into spoilers. We will be talking about it. This is going to be very interesting. Now, right off the bat, when I picked these two movies for a Versus episode, I already knew who was going to win. I already knew. I already have a feeling what movie's going to win. But I wanted to put these two together, and I've already seen the Movie Dojo poll results, so what movie they voted for as the best. So I already know. And I have a good feeling, or maybe it might be different. You never know. I have a good feeling you guys are probably going to be on the same page. I get it. I know it. I know which movie's going to win. But I put these movies together because I never seen Iron Eagle until 2 days ago. So I'm like, you know what? I've never seen Iron Eagle. So this will be a good Versus episode to put together.
You poor thing.
Compare both. And I have a feeling I might be different from all of you. I have a feeling I might be different. But it's all good. We can agree to disagree. This is Versus. This is fun. It's all family. Let's go ahead and get it cracking here. So let me go ahead here, and I'm going to give me 1 second. Let me just look up Iron Eagle here. All right. Here we go. So a quick plot synopsis for chat for those who have not seen the film. All right. 1 second here. We got to set the mood. Bam. We got to set the mood.
Wow.
All right.
That looks
Set the
so
mood here. All right. Here we go. A young pilot plans a rescue mission when his father, an Air Force colonel, is shot down over enemy territory and captured. Yes. That is the plot. Directed by Sidney J. Fury, stars Louis Gossett Jr., Jason Gedrick, David Suchet, and many, many, many more. That is the plot. Yes. Hold on 1 second. Let me get back to you. Quick shot. Now, for many years, I stayed away from this movie because all I've heard since teenagehood, growing up to adulthood, all I heard is Iron Eagle is one of the worst movies ever made. It is a piece of shit. It is the B movie copycat version puke of Top Gun. This is what I've heard for many years.
That's high praise right there.
Oh man. Okay.
Coming correct.
This is what I've heard. Okay. Now, I stayed away from it. I had no interest, right? And we're going to get to my feelings about Top Gun when we get to Top Gun. I'm going to save that for when we get to Top Gun, but I just had no interest to watch it until recently because I love talking about movies with you guys and discussing and debating and all that. So before we get to my thoughts, let's go around circle-wise. Let's start from Eric, and we'll go all the way around to Rob back up to me. Let's talk about Iron Eagle. What'd you like about it? What you didn't like?
Wow. It's kind of a lot to talk about with this one. So let's start with some of the stuff that I kind of liked. I did like a few of the action scenes. You know, the early one with the motorbike versus the airplane is kind of ridiculous. You don't see it that much in movies, right? So I thought it was kind of a neat little scene.
You don't see it that much in real life.
Well, it's but it was
okay. So Rob's searching for realism.
It was a fun scene with.
It's going to be interesting. We get to Rob.
I thought the stunts were pretty good in the scene. You know, the pilot was doing a good job. Motorcycle guy doing a good job. At first, I didn't know what was happening. I'm like, wait, is this really happening? And yeah, it was. And if you pay attention, the kid he's racing against is a murderer. Because not only did he sabotage this dude's plane, our main character's plane, but you remember early on, they're like, "Ooh, this other guy he raced died." And if you put two and two together, the dude was a freaking murderer. So anyway,
he got punched out. It's all right. Yeah.
So we move along, and I did like Louis Gossett Jr. I think he had a few good scenes, like when our boy Masters, is that his name? What is his name again?
Doug Masters.
Yeah, Doug Masters. He like insults him. You know, and Louis Gossett Jr. turns around. I'm like, oh, he's going to give it to him. And it was a good scene. Yeah. You know, Tim Thomerson had some good scenes. So I like that stuff. I will say this, though. It did throw me for a loop a little bit. I knew it was an absurd premise, but the first half an hour outside of the plane scene, motorbike scene, it was kind of going for a realism vibe. So I was kind of like, are they going to go for like a mercenary? Remember that movie with John Ritter and Olivier Gruner, where Ritter's wife gets killed by a terrorist and he hires a bunch of mercenaries, and John Ritter isn't one. So he's kind of useless throughout the film until kind of near the end. And I'm like, ooh, they might go this way with this one. Oh, but no. Once we hit like the second third of the film, it goes into like fantasy territory. Yeah, where these kids are just stealing military information, stealing planes. And this kid, I mean, there's so much to talk about with this, but this kid, who basically, is not an experienced pilot, has a flawless victory in the finale. Like every single shot hits the target. Every single bad guy gets owned. Like even the main bad guy gets behind him for like 5 seconds, but it's just over. Yeah. So I'm sitting there like, this guy's just like a machine, man. Like this is absurd. So I did get some entertainment value when I realized that this film had just like made that turn into just fantasy territory.
Right. Fuck it.
Yeah. But as a film, if you want to, nitpick it as like an actual film by traditional filmmaking quality, you could just tear it apart. So that's all I'll say for now. We'll go around.
Okay. All right. Copy that. Tony?
Well, I like the cast a lot. A lot of people I think forget about some of the cast, especially Larry Scott, who was Reggie in this. He's also in Karate Kid, Space Camp, all that stuff. It's like people forget about that, which makes me think, because he was in Karate Kid, and so was one of the other guys that recently passed away from cancer. He was also in Karate Kid, and makes me wonder if maybe that's why Johnny Lawrence likes this movie so much. Because that's
maybe.
Could be.
Tommy in Karate Kid.
And then you have Jerry Levine, who was known as Styles, and a little bit of Styles in this too. But he was fun. It was cool to see a lot of familiar faces in it and everything. I haven't seen this since I was probably a teenager, maybe younger, and I remember liking it, but I didn't really remember everything that happened. I thought it was cool and all. It was the soundtrack is cool. It's great.
Yeah.
I understand the whole thing. You need to listen to music to concentrate. Some people can't do that, but I do that when I play video games. I guess I guess like I can understand the whole fantasy thing. Like I just didn't believe he was going to be able to pull off this mission, but I don't know. Again, like he said, there's so much to talk about in this movie.
Yeah.
You even have like, because I'm a big fan of The Office, you have his girlfriend in it, Doug's girlfriend, which is Melora Hardin.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, holy shit, I didn't know that. And it's funny when you look up on their IMDb, like how old some of them really are. Like the one guy, he's like almost 30 years old, but he's playing like an 18-year-old, and they could pull it off. But one thing, I guess maybe it's because I watched it on, on Amazon. You could really tell when some of the planes were flying how they were models.
Yeah.
So that kind of took me out of it a little bit. But I wish they would have shown the villains more in this. You know, maybe somehow they came together to help them out too. You know, but because you get one scene with them, which that was a cool race. I was like terrified though, because I'm thinking that plane gets any closer, he's going to cut the guy's head off. You know, and it's like I just, it's like you could have killed me. You could have killed me. What? Boom! You hear me now? And it's like, Jesus Christ! Like, how is that a joke? He's in the sky. Like, it was crazy. I don't know, but
yeah. Any other negatives about the movie that you were like you had issues with?
Negatives.
Yeah.
It was too long.
Yeah. Okay. It was too long.
Yeah.
Okay.
Too much of a build up. Like, I don't know, the whole ending scene with everything going on. I don't know. It flowed through nice, but I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did
you still enjoy it?
Yeah, I still enjoyed it. Yeah, it was nice to see it after a long time. And
okay.
Would I watch it again? I probably would.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Mr.
my rambling is done.
All right, Mr. Pin of Prestige.
Well, I watched both of these movies twice. I watched the movie first, then I watched Top Gun twice in a row. Then I watched this one again today to see like if I could get anything else different out of it.
Yeah.
One, whoever said this movie was like Top Gun or was like in any way related plot-wise to Top Gun was on crack. It has nothing to do aside from there being planes. And the other thing. Correct me if I'm wrong here, but the guy that flew in Top Gun, isn't that the same guy that did the snake scene at the beginning of the film? Didn't he have the same like flat? Because he dies. Like the guy that flew that like snake scene.
Yeah.
Top Gun. You know, in this movie here, we're doing the race.
Yeah.
We're doing the snake at the beginning. Well, he dies in real life in Top Gun during an aerial stunt.
Oh, I'd have to look at it again. Oh wow. Yikes.
But it was interesting. I mean, like you got David Suchet, who of course is Hercule Poirot. That's what he's mostly known for now. But when I was younger, he was a evil alien from Suburban Commando with Hulk Hogan. I like this better than I thought I was going to like it the second time around. First time I watched this film, I thought it was too long.
Yeah.
It was a bit painful. Jason Gedrick, who's normally a good actor, didn't have a lot to work with. Like when it came to he was stiff. He was really stiff.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen him in other things, and he's good. I've seen him good. So I knew it's not just him. But there was a great cast here. We had we got Dwight from Fame. He was like the blonde kid. There's Shawnee Smith in this one as well, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like Styles, who I love, of course, Teen Wolf. He should have had more scenes. He's always good in everything that he's in. He's like, he steals scenes when he's in it. Louis Gossett Jr. is incredible. I gotta disagree in the soundtrack though. It really grated on me. I'm from the 80s, and there's this like, what's it, Road of the Gypsies or whatever the hell that song is that they keep playing. And every time that song played, I just wanted to rip my eardrums out. I hated that song.
Yeah. The Road of the Gypsy. Yeah.
It's the most 80s film ever. I grew up in the 80s.
Yeah.
And it's more 80s than I am. It's like the power ballad stuff to the
break dancing.
Tim Thomerson role, because you got to get Tim Thomerson in there. Got to get Jack Death in there, man. Right across the board, this was like, it was both fun and horrible at the same time.
Yes.
But you know what I will say, and you won't go too much into like the whole Top Gun. We're getting that afterwards. But one of these films had an actual plot. This is it.
Oh, wow! Look at that.
At least you're going somewhere. He's going to get the dad. There's a mission. There's something to do. It's not look how well this is shot, but you're not going to get
Oh, nice. Woo, shots was fired. It is returned. Nice. I love it. I love it. Sexy Sumo, likes and dislikes, my friend.
How can I follow that, man? That's awesome. So a couple of things that I noticed that for people that say that Top Gun, or should I say Iron Eagle, is a ripoff of Top Gun, Iron Eagle actually came out first before Top Gun.
Yep.
So if anything, Top Gun is an expensive ripoff of Iron Eagle.
With a lot prettier men.
Yeah. You know, you got 3-foot Tom Cruise in there, you know, and then you got Val Kilmer and all those guys shirtless and playing volleyball. Like, whatever. But other than that, going back to Iron Eagle, you guys, the bad guy, not the bad guy, the guy he raced on the dirt bike. You guys recognize him?
No, who is that?
His name was Nacho, right? But he's also Buck from Kill Bill.
From what?
Kill Bill? Remember?
Yeah, Buck. With the policy wagon.
Oh, okay.
Oh, geez, I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. He was also the bad sheriff on Walking Tall.
Nice.
Yeah, so I recognized him on there, and then of course Reggie, like you guys mentioned, he was in Karate Kid along with the guy that plays Tommy. They're both opposite sides this time in this movie, and Reggie was also known as Lamar in Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah.
That's why I recognized him.
Yeah.
Don't forget about the main guy's girlfriend was the girl from the Blob remake and the Saw franchise.
Yes, that was Shawnee Smith, right? That's what called out. Yeah. So she was in there. Aside from that, Louis Gossett, I like the campiness of it. You know, I like realistic, but I also like, you know, cheesy fun. And this movie had a lot of cheesy fun, dude. The fact that the bullets make everything explode, fantastic. Right? Not even the bullets stuff explode, but the bullets do. Right?
Yeah.
The planes when they explode, it looks like wood chips falling apart. That was great. And like the story itself, like I said, it was pretty long, but it did carry itself well. And I actually smiled while I was watching it because it was fun. The only irritating part for me was the fact that he kept playing that damn tape recorder when he had to fly. That fucking shit out of me. Exactly. So that's pretty much all the positives and negatives I have on that.
All right, Rob.
This movie was a piece of shit. I watched it. I had both Top Gun and Iron Eagle primed. I watched Iron Eagle first, and after that, I didn't even watch Top Gun. I said, I don't need to.
You don't
I don't need to.
Right.
I mean, I've seen it before, but it's been a while. So obviously, I love unrealism. I'm a Godzilla fan. You have to be into cheese and unrealistic stuff if you're going to be a Godzilla fan. Right. With that said, I love cheesy goodness. What I don't like is moldy cheese. Okay? This movie was absolutely atrocious. Okay. And I am so upset that I watched it because I had fond memories of this movie that are now tainted by watching it again. Because I did watch it as a kid.
Watch the sequel.
Yeah, no. Here's look. I agree with everybody on the cast. It was great. Louis Gossett Jr. was perfectly fine, man. The way he spoke, the way he acted, man, I loved it. That was probably one of the few things I liked about this movie. I thought the music was good. I thought it wasn't appropriate for the scenes in this movie. I felt like a lot of the music they chose for the scenes were completely out of place. I do believe that when you watch a movie, there has to be some semblance of believability, unless you're watching Toho movies from the old days, because there's nothing to believe there. But to be fair, I was 3 years old when I watched those movies. But anyway, the idea that a romper room full of kids and their 18-year-old just graduated from high school buddy can get together, gather the intelligence required to plan an operation with 2 fighters into enemy territory and rescue his daddy is I couldn't get beyond that. I just couldn't. I'm like, is this what this movie was about? Because for some reason, I had remembered it being him, the kid, actually in the military, being cocky, thinking he knew shit, and Louis Gossett Jr.'s character putting him in check and then dying and saving him. And I didn't even remember that Louis Gossett Jr. survived. I was like, wow, this is completely off the course from what I remember. There were certain things in this movie that I just, even if the few moments that I was getting into it, because I do like action, aerial battles and stuff like that. I love that. It doesn't matter if it's fighter jets or the aerial battle in Independence Day, which is also very epic. So when those moments were happening, I was into it. Then he starts bombing, right, the enemy base. And this part just made me want to toss my monitor across the room.
Okay.
He's heading towards the tower. All right. Okay. The main villain is in the tower. He notices that the plane is headed towards there, about to bomb it. So he goes like this, and he ducks out, right? Yeah. Yes. Literally 3 seconds after that, the building explodes like it was a nuclear bomb. The collateral damage, there is no fucking way that guy could have survived. And what happens? The next scene, he's on the phone. Are the planes ready yet? And I'm like, how the fuck did this guy live? Who's editing this movie? What are you doing? And that right there, I said, that to me, that's just like, do you not realize your audience is going to notice this? Like, what are you doing? You know, reshoot it, edit it in a funny way, put some effort in it. And then, I mean, that right there just, oh my God. And then the guy who plays Doug, okay, look, I haven't seen him in much other work. I hear some of you guys saying he's good in other movies. That's fine. He sucked in this movie. This guy was stiff. He had, like, his reaction to things were just emotionless. You know, your father is, like, about to be sentenced to death, and he's like, I got to save my dad. Chappie, can you help me? Chappie, I got and I'm like, what the fuck is going on with this shit? It was just so bad. So bad.
Kind of wooden.
Wooden. Oh, my God. I was sitting there debating, do I really want to finish this movie, or would I rather grab a shotgun and shoot my nuts off right now?
Okay.
I just couldn't. This was
all right.
Yeah, I have no words. I have no further words. It was just so bad. It was so bad.
What are you trying to say?
I think I might give it another chance. That's what I'm trying to say.
Then you could deal with me, Doug Masters.
Exactly.
All right. We're moving on here. All right. So I'll get to my little. I'll be quick about it. I'll try to be quick about it. So again, no expectations except expecting the worst movie ever made. Expecting a Top Gun ripoff, a piece of shit, garbage, trash fest. So that's what I thought I was going to get. So I started watching it, and immediately after the first like 30 minutes, I was just kind of like, okay, all right, we're in 80s cheese territory. I was like, okay, this is fucking canon. You know, this movie felt like Top Gun came out first, and then Canon Pictures tried to capitalize on Top Gun, and they made their own movie. That's what this felt like. But it's not really a bad thing for me, really, because I love canon. I love cheese. I love the B movies. I love the You can, like I just said the other day on the live stream, you can have your Sicario, and that's fine, and then you can have your Die Hard, right? You can like both. You can like realistic and you can like cheese. Okay. So I was kind of like, okay, this is really cheesy. The road of the gypsy. Wanted to shoot myself. I was like Aaron. I wanted to kill myself. But luckily, throughout the movie, you get some Dio. You know what I'm saying? You get some Twisted Sister. You know what I'm saying? You get some Queen. You know what I'm saying?
Too much
better.
Queen.
It gets better. So now if they played Road of the Gypsy the whole fucking movie, then yeah. That'd be a problem. But I'm like, okay, this is cheesy. We got bad scene transitions. We got a homeboy breakdancing at the school party. Cut to, oh, my dad's been captured. He's gonna get tortured. He's gonna die. Right? Like it's sloppy. Right? You get some sloppy scene transitions. Right? But at that point, I was like, okay, this is what this movie is. This is a fun B flick that's just here to have fun. I don't think when they were making Iron Eagle, they were searching for realism. Because you can tell by the movie. You could just tell. The plot? Sure, no way this plot would happen in real life. It's so unrealistic. There's no way. Even when I was watching this with Lady Fatblood, she was like, oh my God. This fucking teenager is going to go in on the jet. And even she was just like, really? Oh my God, this is so cheesy. He's going to go in and try to save the day at the end. I was like, yeah, that's what the movie is. So I'm like, all right, I'm in here, movie. Let's see what happens, right? All right. So he has this relationship with his dad. And it's interesting because you do have the similarities between him and Tom Cruise's characters, that they're both rebellious, egotistical assholes at some points. They're both the same, right? They both don't like authority figures. They want to do what they want to do. There's a little similar between both characters. There's even a scene where, you know, the iconic scene where when Tom Cruise is riding on his motorcycle and you have the jet on the side of him. It's like a very popular scene from that movie, right? There's even a scene where in this movie, where there are guys in his car driving with the plane. I mean, it's kind of funny. But the plane on the other side of him, it's kind of funny. There is a few similarities in here, but it's unintentional. It's unintentional. It's like Wanderers and the Warriors. Similar concept with gangs, but two totally different movies, right? So the movie opens up with, we get some dog fighting right in the beginning. I'm like, all right, we get some dog fighting. That's cool. And the dad gets shot down. He gets captured. And then the villains, I'm hearing feedback. Mic check. Are we good? Sound good? I'm hearing feedback from someone.
I'm good over here.
I'm here too.
I think so.
Okay, good. All right. So the villain here has the dad tortured. He's going to hang him basically in 3 days to set an example, right? Because they cross enemy territory, but the dad didn't know he was in enemy territory, right? So it's some bullshit. And nobody wants to save our main lead's dad, right? So he's going to do it himself, right? So we get some cheesy scenes here and there. The plane race that Eric was talking about. I was like, all right, this is what's going on right now. We got the plane race, right? And I did not know airplane nerds were a thing. I did not know that. I knew comic book nerds. I knew, video game nerds, and now, movie nerds. But I didn't know airplane nerds was a thing. I didn't know there was an airplane nerd club. His airplane nerd friends basically help him out. They get the information, and then we have our mission. He gets with Lou Gossett Jr., and then they go on their mission, and that's our adventure. But Lou Gossett Jr., to me, in this movie, he's the best part about this movie. His acting is phenomenal in this movie. When he's in this movie, it's almost like he's in a different movie. Right? Like, his acting is phenomenal. And, he takes the youngling under his wing, shows him what he needs to do. They even have some training sequences together. And there's even some funny moments. When Lou Gossett gets serious, you're like, oh, you shut the fuck up. You're like, oh, shit. Oh, fuck. This motherfucker here trying to win the Academy Award again, right? I mean, like, that's how good his acting is. But there's some moments of comedy throughout the movie, too, with Lou Gossett Jr.'s character dancing, grooving, to some James Brown and stuff like that. There's some funny moments with him. I was like, this is a very serious and very likable character, which is a plus to this movie that's filled with nothing but cheese fest, right? It's the cheesiest of the cheese. The Cheetos Tiger is the mascot for Iron Eagle, okay? Like, right? So they do some training. We got some training sequences here. They go on their mission. Now, I know it did feel long to some people. I know Rob wanted to shoot himself, which it's totally understandable. But you did get some fun action at the end of this movie. Now, this is how I took the movie. So I was like, super breakdance cheese fest. Oh God, what is this movie? Oh, all right, I'm all in. Let's see where it goes. To all right, Lou Gossett's in the picture now. Now I'm really invested. All right, let's see where this goes now. Yo. Despite the listening to the tape stuff, we had a 30-minute finale. Now I know that may have seemed long to some people, especially if you're not invested, like Rob wanted to throw the tape out. But the movie at least gives you bang for your buck. And I know, yeah, it's got models. We're used to that. We're kaiju movie fans. We're used to model planes. We're used to that, right? And it's because of the budget. So it's like, yeah, it's model planes. I get it. But we had a 30-minute finale. We had the final rescue scene. It was nothing but carnage. But first, before they even get there, we had some really cool dogfighting sequences, right? And then Chappie, you think at the time, Chappie eats it, right? Chappie!
That's so bad. Oh.
you think he eats it,
so
right?
Bad.
No.
So some dog fights, and then Chappie, you think he eats it. We get the emotional moment, right? But literally nothing but straight up carnage in that whole finality, laying down bombs, right? The main villain's got the powers of the Flash. Did you know that? He can just escape easily. Bombs being dropped, bases being blown up, towers being blown up, helicopters being blown up, rocket launchers being blown up, more dogfights, turret guns being blown up. We got a huge, gigantic Mad Max wall just covering the whole runway. So when the villain's like, fuck it, we need to bring in the Mad Max trucks. Trucks right out of Mad Max, go through the wall, Jeeps go through the wall, motorcycles get killed, right? They're going in there, they're going to eat them for breakfast, right? And it's nothing but straight up carnage. And then after all of that, he saves his dad, they go back up in the air, and there's more dog fighting in the air. And I'm sitting over here going, dude, there's so much fucking action in this movie. Hell yeah! That's how I.
Oh boy,
that's how he freezes.
StreamYard doesn't agree with him.
Doug Masters just dropped a bomb on his ass.
He dropped that Hydra bomb.
Streamers are like, no, we can't have this shit. This movie.
Wait a minute, this guy liked this movie? Freeze.
Yeah.
I'm getting worried now.
Uh-oh. We're all linked to him. If he disconnects, we're all gone.
Yeah, we'll all disappear.
Hey, what was that name they gave that last missile at the end with the napalm one?
Oh, I forgot.
Like Hydra or something, or
oh no, it was like a big red bomb and just dropped it.
Yeah, I know he dropped it to set fire to the runway so he could block off the enemy. But I don't know what
the mother load or something like that.
I don't know. Oh shit!
There he goes.
How is this still continuing?
I don't know. Hold on.
I'll drop her or come back in.
Yeah, I'm assuming who became stream lead, because they'll have to let him back in when he comes in.
Would it tell us?
Well, I'll keep my eye out.
It's not me. Yeah, I mean, if something
keep my eye out for it. I will say though, if the bad guy had the Flash powers, remember our boy Masters had the touch. You remember when Lewis Gossett Jr. told him, he's like,
"Oh God,
man, you know what you got? You got the touch." Like he's like Luke Skywalker or something. You know, he's
more like Optimus Prime. That's what the song I was waiting to hear. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, oh God, a movie.
It's like the glow.
I wasn't joking. The sequels are better than the first film.
Really? I believe it.
They lean into the action part of it. That's what they are.
Oh, okay.
Like the second one, I think it's like Russian pilots and American pilots get together with Chappie, and then the third one has in an area.
Wow,
am I back?
Welcome back.
Well,
you're froze again a little bit.
You're a little frozen, but no, there you go. There you go.
Everything shut down, and I got kicked out of my own fucking stream.
Stop downloading porn.
StreamYard doesn't agree with you.
Yeah,
they said, "Wait, this guy likes this movie."
Right.
Doug Masters hacked your system, man.
Wow, that's never happened before. That's really annoying. All right. Well, the good news is I didn't have to restart everything all over again. At least I could jump back in if I get booted. So that's good. So anyway, even when the villain was like, "I'm going to go up there after him," and he's all like, "You have to deal now with me," I was laughing hysterically. I was like, wow, the villain's going up. The villain is going up to fight. This is hilarious. He goes up there, he gets blown up. So, so anyway, by the end of it, it was a cheese fest, but I was entertained. And now, let's get to Top Gun. All right.
Real quick, I just want to say though, I love and admire and wish I could take in movies like you do. I swear to God. That's one of the things. No. Seriously, it's one of the things that I love about your channel and I love about watching your videos is that you pull every positive element out of a movie, and I just wish I could do that. I really wish I could do that because I'm hearing you talk about this and I'm like, what fucking movie did he watch? Because if you didn't see this movie, you would think, well, this movie's really, really good.
Right.
And I'm
right.
I'm like, damn it. I wish I could do that.
Rob, to be fair, like even what I think about cheesy movies, even I think cheesy movies have standards that they need to meet.
Yeah.
Right. Because not every cheesy movie's good. So, depending on, how you feel about it, I could see how Samurai Guy thinks it met his particular, preferences for cheese, but your preferences for cheese didn't meet it. So that's fine. Right.
Yeah. No, I know. It's just, but when you consider I like Godzilla movies, I should be eating this movie up. I mean, come on, big guys in rubber suits. They have fake planes. They have ultimate explosion bullets. You know what I mean? And they have less of a plot than this movie. What? I feel conflicted right now.
There's a saying.
I mean, like going back to what Aaron said, it's like it's more 80s than him than he is, right? Well, it's just the movie screams. The movie screams this: America. that's the vibe I got the whole movie, especially when they even talk about, well, they're like, the military's not doing nothing, man, but it's all right, man, because we ain't got that peanut that was in office before. We got Ronald Reagan, motherfucker.
And at the end of the film, Ronald Reagan takes responsibility for everything and just makes the problem go away.
And you even have there's so much America fuck yeah in this movie. Like even when the villain's like trying to get the dad to, you need to sign the confession or we're going to keep torturing you. And then the dad's like, oh yeah, give me your confession. I'm going to take that confession, twist it, and then I'm going to stick it up your fucking candy ass. Why? Because America.
Yes.
I got a big boner right now.
That's the whole vibe of the movie. That's what at least I got.
12 o'clock right now.
I thought you looked taller. I'm like, wait a minute, he's gotten taller. Oh, that's why.
All right. So let us get into Top Gun. Let's get it going here. All right.
Woo!
All right. Top Gun, 1986. As students at the United States Navy's elite fighter weapons school compete to be best in the class, one daring young pilot learns a few things from a civilian instructor that are not taught in the classroom. Directed by Tony Scott, rest in peace. Starring some nobody, some hack named Tom Cruise. And Tim Robbins, Kelly McGillis, Michael Ironside, Val Kilmer. I mean, the cast in this movie is insane. Like it's ridiculous. Meg Ryan, Tim Robbins. I think I said him already. Yeah, the cast in this is pretty nuts too. Skerritt. We got some Tom Skerritt up in here. Yeah, Top Gun. All right. So with Top Gun, this is my experience with the film. So I again had no interest to watch Top Gun. I was just like, oh, it looks like a fun movie. I just didn't have any interest to watch it, right? Growing up. And my buddy of mine, he could fly a plane. His father could fly a plane. His grandfather was in the military. So, they're kind of plane nuts, right? They love the pilots. They love the plane. So my buddy Chris was like, I'm going to show you this movie, Top Gun. I was like, well, all right, we'll watch it. And he's like, no, you're going to like it. You're going to like it. So he showed it to me. And it was interesting when he was showing it to me because he was explaining things, and this is how realistic this looks and how this works. and the whole jargon, the pilot jargon, and all that stuff. He was tall, and I was like, okay, well, this was kind of interesting, right? And I liked the movie. I was like, I liked it. All right, I liked it. I didn't love it, but I was like, I liked it. But this was back during the VHS era. So many years have gone by, and I was just like, I was in a $5 Blu-ray, Blu-ray bin, and I was like, you know what? I kind of remember liking this movie. So I bought it and watched it again, and I had the exact same reaction. I was like, I like it. I like it. Yeah, right. That was like 6 or 7 years ago. I have not watched it since. So 7 years later, 6 or 7 years later, I bought it once and I've only watched it once. What does that tell you? Right? I like it enough to buy it. I like it enough to own it, but I never revisited it and never watched it again. And so when I watched it last night to kind of prepare for the video, there's a problem. There's a problem. And I kind of feel really bad right now. And I'm kind of conflicted. I'm conflicted like Rob is with this one. So let's get into it. Eric, positives and negatives on Top Gun.
Well, one thing I'd like to say is that even though story itself is really nothing great, I did actually like the character interaction in this movie quite a bit. Even like in the opening sequence, you get to know a little bit about our character just by the action scene that occurs. You know, he's a maverick. You know, that he cares about the guys that he's up there with, you know, because of what he does for Cougar. And the whole Val Kilmer and Tom Cruise kind of thing, I like that too, because you have two guys with different personalities, right? And you got Val Kilmer as like a by-the-book precision pilot. You got Tom Cruise is like fly by the seat of his pants. You know what I mean? And I like how they're constantly going back and forth throughout the flick. You know what I mean? And eventually Cruise earns his respect. But even near the end of the film, Kilmer still doesn't know if he could trust this freaking guy. And I kind of like that kind of how that...
I'm just going to leave this on for the rest of the
Come on, I'm about to come.
Kind of how the whole thing plays out. I kind of like that. I like the interaction there. I like Kelly McGillis and how she gives it back to Cruise. You know, he's very aggressive in how he hits on her. And she gives it back to him. You know, has a little attitude and sass. I like that stuff. So, I mean, I kind of like the character stuff in this. And the acting by some of the side characters is really good. So I think some of that stuff does work. And, of course, we get Principal Strickland or whatever from Back to the Future in this, who's great.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So I really like the character stuff in this. And then, like, the action scenes I think are good. You actually get to see the projectiles in this, which is different from our last film, which didn't seem to show projectiles because they didn't really have the budget.
Right.
And, you know, watching this again, it's kind of the same experience as historically. I like it. I would say very much, but I don't think it's a great film. But I like it very much, and I would have no problem watching it again. So I like this one quite a bit.
All right, Tony.
Well, I grew up when I first saw this watching this when I was younger. My friend, he was like all military nuts and everything, and he's like, you know, we gotta watch this movie. Like, you know, another friend, like kind of like yours, but nobody flew. It was just like they liked the army and stuff like that. So I was like, all right, watch it, and like I guess I kind of really liked it because of my friend and like the environment I was in and everything, you know. So I always had that in mind when I watched it, and I, you know. Not that I didn't watch it without my friend, but like I still really enjoyed it. But I haven't seen it in years, and this is the first time. And even when I heard about the second one coming out, I was excited. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe another one's coming out. That's great. And now that I revisit it, I still really like it. There are just things now that I'm older that I don't particularly care about, like in any movie, really. I remember this was more of a love story than like a, you know, action, you know, plane movie. But like, one, I don't think they look like they would be a real couple in a movie. I don't like in any movie where they instantly fall in love with somebody after 2 days. That like really like, because I'm falling for you. Like, come on, you just fucking met the guy.
She takes his breath away.
Oh, give me a break. Give me a break. Yeah, not that they're not likable or anything.
Yeah.
I love the I like Goose. I think he matches Maverick's character. You know, like he kind of keeps him in check, and he's like, you know, I love what you do, basically, but like, you know, I'm nervous. I don't want to, you know, get kicked out. I just want to graduate. So, you know, and then of course when Goose, you know, dies, it is pretty you know, shocking, not shocking, but touching. It's a touching part, and like, you know, it is sad. But yeah, I like the cast of characters in this. And I don't care what anybody says. It's cheesy as it is, and unnecessary as it is. I like the volleyball scene. I like that song, and that sticks in my head every time I hear that song. And it's such a weird song to play, but like, I don't know. I just always thought it was fun. Val Kilmer, like where he showed that clip with him biting the gum, like that. I actually, because of that part, when I went to shoot that movie a few weeks ago, I do that in the movie because of Iceman.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It's like a little shout out. Yeah, I went like that to them. So I did like the movie. It was nice to revisit it.
Yeah.
But again, it didn't really have a ton of like at least at the Iron Eagle, there was the whole plot at the end, like to go get his dad. This one is kind of like, oh shit, there's people coming. Everybody get out there and go do this mission quick. It's kind of like a rushed ending in a way. I do like the soundtrack, but now that I'm older, I guess I can't stand Take Your Breath Away.
Yeah. That's this movie's Road to the Gypsy.
Oh,
yeah.
I never minded it before, but now I'm older. I hate it.
Yeah.
Like Bo. And her driving bothered me. It's like that little car and her flying up the road and that. He's like, Jesus Christ. Let me tell you something, lady. You know, it's like, I don't know. And then, like, you know, you hear they sang in the bar, like, you know, you never close your eyes anymore. You lost that love and feeling. I had to think of the song. And then it's cheesy but funny. And the way he like is so confident and stuff with her, and he's like, it was cringy to me. Right. But it made me laugh. So I had a good time rewatching it.
Right.
You know, I clapped at the end of it because I'm one of those guys that clap in their house at a movie. I clapped it, and I clapped at the end of Iron Eagle. So there you go.
Right.
Cheers.
Yep. Like I said, I still like it. I just have problems with it, and we'll get to it when we get to me.
Sure.
Eric still likes it. Tony still likes it. Still positive so far. Aaron.
It's the sweatiest movie you'll ever watch.
Yeah.
Everybody's sweating through this entire movie. It could be like, it doesn't matter what they're doing. Don't have to be playing volleyball. They're sweating through this entire movie. Great soundtrack. I love the soundtrack. I gotta disagree with you, Take My Breath Away, but then again, I grew up in the 80s, and that song for me in high school, it worked. Just put that out there. No, it is a well shot, well done, well acted, very great characterization within the film. Script wise, it's paper thin. It is the cotton candy of film, in that it, like just like a lot of Michael Bay films, it's really nice to watch. It looks beautiful. There's no substance to it. It melts in your mouth. It tastes good while it's there. You enjoy it. It's like, hell yeah. My better half, her dad was a pilot. That's what he did. He's retired now, but he was a pilot for the King of Morocco. And he was very much the cocky pilot guy. Like from stories when he was younger. So I kind of like that. But no, I like this film. I got to say, I watched it. I bought the 4K when it came out. Well, not right when it came out. Like recently, around a year ago, they started dropping all these. Exactly that one. They started dropping all the the Tom Cruise movies on 4K, and they were like $10-15 each. So I was like grabbing them up like crazy.
Nice.
But no, this is where it conflicts. I love everything that's done in this movie. I think Kelly McGillis is gorgeous. She's obviously, they're going with like the thing that I guess was real with Tom Cruise in his life, was the Tom Cruise with the older woman relationship, because she's older than he is. Kind of like in real life. I think it was Mimi Rogers or something like that he was dating when he first. So that kind of makes sense. Anthony Edwards, great, like Goose. Michael freaking Ironside is in this movie.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
if
baby.
everything else in this movie sucked ass, Michael Ironside is in this movie, and Michael Ironside is the man. He is Dark Side. He is, he's the guy from Watchers. He's just fantastic. I love Michael Ironside. And just everybody. And one thing I gotta step back for a second to old Arnigo, because there's somebody I forgot to mention. When I was a kid, I used to like the movie Starman. Came out, John Carpenter film. So they made a TV series in the 80s. Didn't last very long. But in it, there's this guy named Michael Cavanaugh. And he was like the bad guy. He was chasing Starman, right? He's in a bunch of movies. Trust me, if you look him up, you'll know him right away. He looks a lot like Michael Ironside. And he's got that evil Michael Ironside feel to him. And he's at the last few seconds of like Arnigo. He's the guy, one of the guys on the board when they're doing Anyway, I had to go back to that. But back to Top Gun. Soundtrack's great. Movie's great. Plot doesn't make a lick of sense. Doesn't matter. It's just, is it realistic? Maybe. I don't know. I don't fly planes. Does it feel? Does the ending feel good? It feels good, but again, it doesn't make sense. Like, okay, hey, I guess you're really like broken up about your friend, and I guess no, you're gonna come after all. And here's the thing: Val Kilmer's the good guy. He's not the bad guy in this movie. When I was a kid, I was like, hey, Tom Cruise. Yeah, Tom Cruise rocks it. Val Kilmer, what an asshole. No, that's the reverse, actually. Val Kilmer is actually the good guy that's trying to keep people alive. Tom Cruise, he does it like in the end, but I think that if his friend hadn't died, and Meg Ryan, man, right on. I don't think he would have been as good as he becomes at the end of the film. I guess, his friend had to die.
Right.
It's almost like his friend is saying, like, okay, I'm retiring next week. I've only got 2 days till my retirement, all this type of thing.
Right.
He's got like, I'm going to get killed written all over him.
Mm-hmm.
Fun film, cotton candy of a movie. Really enjoyed it. Makes no sense, but it's a visual, beautiful, fantastic treat with amazing audio.
There you go. Sumo. Be honest, my friend. We're here for honesty.
So look, man, my wife, my brother, they love this movie.
Okay.
And this is why we own it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bought this fucking thing. But I'll tell you what this movie does for me. It makes my penis inverted. Okay? That's what it does for me. Okay, I mean, look, we saw it in 4K. Picture quality was stunning. Sound was awesome. But it just didn't do it for me, dude. It's like I've watched it. This is like the second time. The first time I watched it, I fell asleep halfway through.
Right.
Okay. It was just kind of a snooze fest for me, man. And then watching it again, I stayed up for the sole purpose of this video. All right, because I had to take notes and check it out. But it was pain. But I stick it through for the team, man, because otherwise I wouldn't know what I'm talking about. But like I said, the budget was there, obviously, right? Better shots from the cockpit in the air, better special effects with the explosions, all that good stuff. As far as the storyline, again, it was kind of boring, and the whole love story, I could deal with that. I didn't have to see that, but it's there. Because in the 80s, that's all they put on there most of the times is a whole love story about somebody. And in the ending, it was just another mission they were on, and they lived, and that was the happy ending for it. It's like, okay, it's whatever. Right. But it was still like it wasn't that great. I mean, for me, Iron Eagle was a little more exciting.
Okay, copy that. Anything else?
No.
Anything else? All right, Rob, take it away, bud.
This movie was a suburban housewife's wet dream while her husband is at work and the kids were at school. I guarantee you, all of our mothers were eating bonbons watching this while we were off in public school or private school, and our dads were at work. They played this movie, and they rewound the volleyball scene and the locker room scenes and all that stuff. Oof. With that said, now I didn't. There you go, baby. Yeah.
I love that.
So did our moms. I guarantee you. I said our, I included myself. Yeah. Now I've seen this movie a lot. Now I didn't watch it today because after Iron Eagle, I said, "Well, fuck, my decision's made. I don't got to watch this again." But I do agree with a lot of what Cult of Cinema said, because when I reflect on this movie, I don't reflect on the plot. I reflect on certain iconic parts, which tells you that it is a very thin plot of a movie. What you remember in this movie are the volleyball scene. You remember Goose dying because that was a big deal, right? You remember when he goes upside down and he's on top of it, which is absolutely ridiculous. But you remember that. You remember them riding on the motorcycle down the runway. Ah! You know what I mean? Like, you remember parts about the movie, but you don't remember the plot. This was a movie that is just classic 80s nostalgia. I'm never been a big Tom Cruise fan, but there are some Tom Cruise movies I like. This is obviously one of them. And another thing I agree with what Cult of Cinema said was that actually he's right. Val Kilmer is the good guy, and they don't actually shy away from that in the film. He won the award. The good guy won the award. He should have won. But he's such a prick, but people forget, he gave Maverick the pep talk after his friend died. He was very, very compassionate towards him, so all the elements are there, but you're so focused on their rivalry that there you go. You're so focused on their rivalry that you kind of, Tom Cruise's character is the main character. So that overshadows that story element that Val Kilmer is actually the real leader in that group. He is the one that is composed. He is the one that deserves the award. And Maverick has a lesson to learn, which he learns at the end of the movie, and a lot of that can be credited not only to the death of his friend, but to Val Kilmer, leading by example. So I agree with a lot of what Cult Cinema said. There's a lot of good points he made there. But I have fond memories of the movie. I remember a lot of elements about it. The plot is not one of them. And I think the reason why is, like I said, it's one of those movies that you remember. There's certain parts in this movie that just stand out to you more than other parts. I guarantee you a lot of ladies love that scene where they're singing Love and Feeling. I don't know many women who don't love that scene, and I don't know.
Lady Cat Blood.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So, I mean, you know, but that's what the movie is. The movie is basically a cutout for different people with different scenes. And I think that's why it works. I think that's why it's a movie that works without the plot. Plus, great visuals, obviously, dogfighting, that sort of stuff. It's just a good classic movie, and it's a rare one that can be as good as it is without a plot.
All right. Copy that. Really good points. Really good points. So again, like I said, I still like the movie. I'm still glad I bought it. I'm still glad I own it. But unfortunately for me, watching it again the other night, there's really no reason for me to upgrade it to 4K. I totally get. I understand the love for this movie. I get it. I totally get it. Because like Rob was saying, you got memorable characters, right? Memorable characters. You got memorable, iconic moments. Right? And, you know, a lot of the shots are pretty badass with the planes. And even like Eric was saying, it is awesome and dope. You see the projectiles, that is awesome, with real planes blowing up. This is cool shit. This is good shit. It's a good movie. It looks like it's $100,000 million more bigger budget than Iron Eagle. Like, it looks beautiful. Cinematography is great cast, great cast interactions, like Eric pointed out. Iconic soundtrack, like Aaron pointed out. I actually like you got the Danger Zone song. That's always fun, right? But I actually like the score of the movie. I actually really like
it is a good score.
The film score of the movie. And I'm surprised, too, because Basil Polidaris did the score for Iron Eagle, and he's really good, but the Top Gun score is better, in my opinion. It is definitely better. Overall, everything is technically better, but I'm conflicted and I'm having problems with it because, to be honest, I was bored out of my fucking mind last night. I was fucking bored, man. Like, I was like this. Like, I was just like I said, it's been 7 years since I watched it on Blu-ray. And I was sitting here, I like parts. I was like, oh, I like that. I like Iceman. Iceman, to me, is the best character in this movie.
Yeah.
And I love Michael Ironside. He's a fucking badass. And Scarrett did a really good job, too. Like I said, there's a lot of positives of this movie. A lot of positives. But I was struggling, man. Maybe I wasn't in the right mindset. Maybe I wasn't in the mood. You know,
it's got to be the love story, dude. It's got to be the problem, right?
It's the love. It's the love. I didn't give a shit about their love interest. I didn't care about the female character. I didn't care. I thought Tom Cruise was a dick. You know, and look at what Aaron said. It had to take for his friend to fucking die for him to get his head on straight. You know what I mean? Like, I was really like, just movie's lagging, man, lagging. And the action sequence dogfighting is really cool at the end. Like, it's the best part of the movie, right? And I'm sure when you see it in the theater in the 80s back then, it was a fucking adrenaline rush. Like, I totally get it. And it's good. It's the best part of the film. But when you watch the movie, it literally feels like, oh, yeah, I forgot this isn't like a jet fighter movie, right? Oh, okay. All right. Let's just slap this jet fighter scene action sequence on the very end. You know, unlike the 30-minute finale we had in Iron Eagle. You know, I kind of felt like I kind of got a little bit of blue balls. I'm going to be honest, man. Technically, everything is way better than Iron Eagle. Cast, acting, everything's way better. I admit that. And I like I said, when I put these two movies together, I automatically knew up front Top Gun was going to win. I knew this, but I wanted to put these together since I'd never seen Iron Eagle. But I'm struggling, and this bothered me. This is how much I actually liked Top Gun. This bothered me. Like, I was texting Lady Fat Blood last night when she wasn't here, and I was just like, something's not right. Like, I'm like, what is wrong with me? I like this movie. What the fuck is happening right now? But I was like, I even texted Sexy Sumo. I didn't tell him what my pick was, but I texted him, like, what the fuck is going on? And then, like, I was like, I'll sleep on it. Woke up today, felt the exact same way. I feel the same way. So, all right. Like I said, I agree. I can't fight against everyone. I know everyone in their entire world is going to pick Top Gun. I totally get it. It's iconic. I get it. When fucking Platoon, when they got done filming Platoon, which is a fucking excellent movie, the cast from Platoon went through some shit physically and emotionally, but they were so proud and happy when they finished Platoon. When they got back home, they were like, what the fuck is this Top Gun movie? This is the #1 movie in the world right now? What the fuck is this shit? So, like I said, still an iconic movie. I get it. I totally get why people love it, but I struggled loving it last night. I was just fading out, man. I'm fading out. The movie was taking my breath away. I was dying. Literally, I was dying there. And it's just like, hey, we got 3 minutes left. All right, the dogfight, go. I don't know. I think they maybe should have taken the love interest out and concentrated more on something else. I don't really know. But like Aaron said, this is what makes, movies popular and make a lot of money. You got to have the love in there. You got to have the action in there. You got to have the soundtrack. I mean, I think Take My Breath Away, I think got a fucking Academy Award for best song. So like, this movie had all the ingredients to be successful. So I totally agree. Well, not agree, but I totally understand why everyone loves it. But let's go ahead and get to the vote. Is there anything else you want to talk about, you guys, that we missed with Iron Eagle or Top Gun before we give our vote?
I'd like to say that it was kind of, I'm not an expert on runway repair for Iron Eagle, but after blowing up a runway, I think it would take longer than an hour to repair it. But I don't know.
Yes. I can confirm.
Yeah, just wanted to throw that one out there.
Not that I know anything, just logic.
Okay.
I can confirm.
All right, so let's get to and the main villain had powers of the Flash. He could run on.
Oh my god!
But he didn't have the touch, baby. He didn't have the touch.
That pissed me off so much, man.
And you gotta remember
All right.
the main villain
So
was
before we vote right now, Top Gun versus Iron Eagle. We're going to get ready to vote. So before we do that, let me just remind you, do what's best for your country.
I love that. Like,
And if it makes you guys feel
shitty
any
little
better,
toss.
we did bomb Syria, Iranian troops in Syria. So yeah, we just did that earlier today. So America,
play it again.
yeah.
All right, here we go. Rob. All right, here we go. All right, Rob. What is it, my friend?
Oh
What's your
gee, this is tough.
I know what your pick is. It's Hot Shots.
Yeah,
Actually, it would be Hot Shots. I love Hot Shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I got to go Top Gun. Iron
All right,
Eagle is just
all right.
way too ridiculous for me.
All right. Copy that. Sexy Sumo, pick.
Iron Eagle for me, man.
All right. All right.
Woo!
Aaron.
They're both fun in their own way.
Okay.
But ever see the TV series Airwolf?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Jan Vincent. Fantastic show. First 3 seasons is amazing, right?
Right.
4th season, shot in Canada, sucks ass. Really bad model effects. Top Gun is the first 3 seasons of Airwolf. Iron Eagle, I love it. It's fun. You're cheesy. You're season 4. You're shot in Canada. You just don't make as much sense. I got to go with Top Gun, though I do love it.
That's all good. That's all good. That's awesome. Tony, Top Gun or Iron Eagle? Be honest, my friend.
If I was going to be honest, if they'd be tied, but I have to pick one.
That's all right. Pick it.
I'm gonna have to go with Iron Eagle because
What?
yeah, because Tom Cruise unibrow.
What? That is good. Holy shit!
It had more
That is
action.
really-
When I was younger, I liked Top Gun, and I remembered more action, and it didn't have it. And this one was I would have to. It's not by like whoa. It's by it's by a unibrow much.
Wow, Eric, it's up to you to break the tie, bro. Otherwise, we're gonna literally have a tie. The first tie on Versus ever. Holy shit!
Wow, what a miraculous turn of events I did not see coming into the night.
Yeah.
Iron Eagle, I gotta tell. Oh, go ahead, Tony.
No, I was gonna say this is where you freeze.
Yeah. Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, if somebody put on Iron Eagle, I'd have no problem watching it. I thought it was fun and fun enough for reviewing. It was watchable.
Okay.
But I'm going with Top Gun. I just think
Holy shit!
Yeah, I'm going with Top Gun.
For the first time on Versus, because y'all know what I'm picking. I'm picking Iron Eagle, son. The first time on Versus. A tie tonight. Holy shit. I thought this was a clean sweep.
Yeah.
I literally thought I was going to be the only guy to pick Iron Eagle. Wow. I'm actually proud that Iron Eagle actually made it a tie. So you know what? I'm still celebrating anyway. Fuck it.
I think
Wow.
the tiebreaker should be who went on out of the lead characters. Who went on to be more successful? Top Gun! Yeah!
All right, now let's do the bonus round.
Oh,
This may be different. Which movie, and you can pick the same movie, out of both, is the most entertaining? Which means beer, pizza, let's go.
Iron Eagle.
Iron Eagle for me?
I already said Iron Eagle.
Right. This is just the most entertaining out of both. Just pizza, turn your brain off, beer, let's go.
Yeah, Top Gun for me all the way.
Top Gun for me.
In fact, let me just say preemptively, no matter what you ask, Top Gun.
Okay.
Watch that. Whose dick you want to suck? Top Gun. Top Gun. Right here. Top Gun.
Tony?
which is what our mothers used to say.
Yeah, exactly.
Iron
Most
Eagle.
entertaining. Okay.
The real love story, by the way, is between Val Kilmer and Tom Cruise. Volleyball scene. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Yes.
But I gotta go with Top Gun. If it was Iron Eagle 2 or 3, I might go with Iron Eagle 2 or 3 because those are better films, in my opinion.
Oh,
Especially
really?
3.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're more like they're out and out canon action films. That's what they become basically. just like missions in other countries. And
I'm gonna have to watch the sequels now. Okay, so are we a tie again? We're a tie again.
Mm-hmm.
Wow! Fuck it! Wow! So in the end, we both win. Very simple.
Actually, no. You know what?
What?
This is a way we could do this. Which of the two female leads are sexier now than they were then?
Does Iron Eagle really have a female lead?
Actually,
Yeah.
I have a way to break the tie.
It's Jan from The Office, of course, so Iron Eagle would win.
I figured out a way to break the tie. This is what's going to break the tie. All right, we're not going to have a tie. This is going to break it. Ready? Movie Dojo's vote. The Movie Dojo vote.
Oh, all right.
I forgot to include that.
Oh,
Here we go. Ready? I'm such a fair person. I'm such a nice guy. I'm such a fair person. This is my channel. This is my show, but yet I'm still nice. Could have ended it right here, left it a tie, but fuck it. I'm a nice guy. So here we go.
So much for Iron Eagle.
Movie Dojo vote. The Movie Dojo army has spoken. Boom. There you go. They have broken the tie.
That's close. That's a close score.
Public speaks.
I'm actually surprised Iron Eagle got 21%, to be honest.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying it's close.
Wow. But there you go. Movie Dojo Army. I'll make sure their poll is always handy that in case we have any tiebreakers. So there you go. So I guess I have to play it. Oh, There you go. Are you happy? Are you happy now?
Hey, Samurai. I just noticed you said their poll is always handy.
Yes.
Nice.
You're here all week.
Sometimes those polls are hard to come by.
Oh.
Hey. Oh man. Well, this was a blast. This was a lot of fun.
Well,
this was a lot of fun.
I would say hanging out with you guys was a lot of fun. I don't know about watching the movie.
Well, Eric, you survived this time. I didn't choose some stinkers where you were like, I gotta pick something. Fuck. Poor guy.
I went all those lady Patel. Assassin act. They did 5 of them in a row that I didn't like.
Yeah. Poor guy, he's suffering. He had to be forced to pick something.
Go back and watch the Femme Nikita to wash it out of my system.
Oh man. Well, this was a lot of fun. I'm gonna go ahead and end it. Keep it short and sweet today. Don't forget, chat, to go over Asian Movie Enthusiast channel. Subscribe to Mr. Tony of the Dead. Subscribe to Sexy Sumo. We don't know what he's doing with the channel yet. So not yet.
Wait, actually, Samurai, before you disconnect, check your message real quick. I had asked you a question in regards to something you mentioned in the beginning.
Private or Facebook?
Your Facebook message.
Okay. Don't forget to also subscribe to Aaron Pinn, Cult of Cinema. Head over there and subscribe. He is the shit. His knowledge on movies is kind of scary. It kind of scares me. It freaks me out because he's so good. He is the mastermind of cinema. And Rob, y'all know Rob. He's the other legend. Go over there and subscribe as well. All right, I'm checking this message here. Hold on. What is this? I thought I may have misheard you, my friend. I thought you were going to say something earlier, and you said when we go live, you'll tell me. But I may have misheard. I misunderstood.
Oh well, there is a sort of minor announcement. Well, I wouldn't say it's minor. It's a big deal for me, and I think Lady Fablood will be very excited. But your Avatar movie will be arriving on Saturday.
Oh shit! There you go, chat. There you go. Yeah, and the first ever episode on the channel will be kicked off. Is it really that good, son? Brand new series.
And I just want you to know it's the limited edition lenticular artwork Blu-ray, 3D Blu-ray, DVD, region free, 3D extended with 8 hours of bonus footage.
Oh, bells and whistles, baby.
And yeah, all the bells and whistles. Tell her I got her the Lexus of Avatar movies.
Yeah.
Well, she's got to watch the bonus footage to prepare for the video.
Yeah. There's a lot to catch up on.
Oh my God, I can't wait to tell her. Wow.
Yeah. And it's got a nice picture of the Na'vi right in the cover.
She's gonna give me the look. She's gonna give me the oh my God. Rob, I hope you did not pay a lot, sir.
Oh, it's worth it. I told you.
Worth it?
I would have paid $300 for this just to see the look on her face.
Oh man, that's great. That's great. Chat's happy. They can't wait.
Jake, she's not gonna hurt me. I live in the East Coast. Why do you think I do it? I'm safe.
Aaron, are you in on any future video collabs, future versus episodes, future Is It Really That Bad episodes? I think that'd be great to have you. All right, sweet. And Is It Really That Good too? That was awesome. And we'll get you in on that too as well. Channel plug-in for everyone. Anything else going on this week or next week? Let chat know?
I have a big live stream tomorrow night. There's a lot of talk about of the Monsterverse. There have been official Mechagodzilla leaks we're going to discuss tomorrow night, as well as some other things that happened. Big week for Godzilla versus Kong this week. A lot of juicy bits. And we have the Adam Wingard interview tomorrow morning on the IGN Fest, Fan Fest. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow night as well. So big night tomorrow night on ETN.
All right, cool. Copy that. Tony, anything going on this week or next week?
Tomorrow night we're going to be watching Night of Living Dead on my channel.
Oh, that's right.
And tomorrow's my birthday.
Oh shit! Happy birthday!
Happy birthday,
my friend.
Thank you.
Happy 25th birthday. That's right. And
31.
You have earned some cinematography bonus.
Oh.
Happy birthday, my friend.
I want to see you dance with your wife. That's what I want to see.
You want the Van Dance?
I want the Van Dance. Van Dance.
Oh.
I love that.
I was hoping to see the Lambada. Hey, we should do that next, like a versus dancing movies, like The Forbidden Dance, Lambada, and Dirty Dancing.
Oh,
I mean, everybody's like, no. Oh, we'll host that one on my channel.
That's another movie that Melora is in. Jan.
Lambada. Yeah, which one? Lambada?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's two of those, right? Two Lambada movies kind of went up against each other.
Yeah, there's
Forbidden Dance, Lambada, I think was,
Aaron, anything going on your channel this week or next week?
Usual stuff with me. I got the 2 live streams that I do usually on Thursday and Saturdays. Usually when there's movie news that comes up, sales, that type of stuff. On my channel, we talk a lot about like the boutique labels, all that stuff.
Cool.
Mondays for me, it's always the website dives where I go and look at different like websites and stuff. Tuesdays, my reviewed and ranked, where basically I take a series of films, I review and I rank them. And in between that, sleep, precious little, but when I can get it, lots of sleep.
Sleep's our friend. We love it. And tomorrow, head over to Jack's Beta Rippers channel. Me, Sexy Sumo, Lady Fat Blood. We're going to be on her channel. We're going to review the film Spinal Tap, baby. That's right. Big bottom, talking about mud flaps. My girl's got them. Big bottom got me out of my mind. How could I leave that behind? It's fucking amazing. So we'll see you guys over there. Thanks again for hanging out for us. You guys rock. Thanks for liking the video. Thanks for subscribing. Until next time, love America. Should I play it again one more time?
Yes. Go for it.
One more time. Okay, all right. I'll go ahead and end it. Take care, guys. See you guys next time. Rob, don't go anywhere.
You got it.